Welcome, bottom of the bounce. I think this is episode 5. And we've gone through all of the things, right? Like why I feel like I'm at the bottom, how I got to this point, some advice on friendship and how hard they are when you're going through hard things. Last time we talked about giving advice to people going through hard things. Um, and this time I'm going to change it. I ain't whining about anything, but I am gonna ask for a little bit of advice, even though last time I was like, stop doing that. Because that's how life goes, right? Sometimes you have all these bad things, but the thing is, it's never 100% bad, like never. And if it's 100% bad, either you need to change your mindset or you need to change something, or like, Lord, something's got to give. And I know in my life, like, there's been a lot of big bad things, but there's been some amazing small things. And we're going to talk about one of those because I don't want this to be some podcast where we just like bitch all the time. I want positivity because I think it hugely matters. So, a couple of years ago, I believe, um, I was on a book launch team that was amazing, where we got to do Zooms. I think it was like every week, maybe it was every month. I don't know. We were doing Zoom calls all the time with the author, so I got to know him a little bit from the Zoom calls. I got to reread a book that I had read numerous times. I think at this point I've read it probably 6 or 7 times. Um, it's a book that really changes how I set up my days, right? And I am somebody that I like routine, I like goals, I like to have a day that is very structured, very set up. I want it to start off very structured, and then I want to go create and just like turn into an eagle and fly. But I need my morning routine to get my head straight. I need that. And I think I got a lot of that from Hal, who is the author of Miracle Morning, which is the book I'm going to be talking about because I have read it so many times. I absolutely love it. I find it incredibly inspiring. I love when I begin my days with the Miracle Morning. If you have not read Miracle Morning, Lord, go read Miracle Morning. I know you can get it on Amazon. I have 2 copies at least. I know I do. Miracle Morning. There's like the new and improved Miracle Morning, which is the launch team that I was on. But Hal Elrod is who wrote it, and Hal has gone through my goodness. Hal has gone through hard things. He's gone through a lot of hard things, as we all have, and I know. Um, he's gone through incredibly hard things, and wrote a book, like did some research, and actually it wasn't even on how to get through hard things, it was how to be successful. it, he just wanted to know, like, there's all these successful people, what are they doing in the mornings to set their mindset, set their goal, like, I want to achieve this, what are they doing every morning so they can move forward and achieve whatever goal it is that they want to achieve. um so he researched it and he realized people did different things, but they all did one or two of the same 6 things. So he put all of the 6 things together. He made an acronym. They are SAVERS, is what the acronym is, and it stands for silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, which would be journaling. And you do all those every morning. He covers it if you're not a morning person. You can do it at night. You can do it, you take it and you can make it yours. But it is, for me, the greatest way to start my morning. I was religious about it, especially when this was my meditation room and there wasn't all of the stuff because it wasn't my office. Um, and I would get up and I would do yoga and I would read and I would meditate and I just did all the things. I also at the time did not have a job to be at a certain time. So I could really take my mornings and wake up and drink water and meditate and just kind of sink into what I was going to achieve. I coupled it with like the 12-week year. We were doing that, which was also very cool. But the Miracle Morning was something I absolutely loved. I loved just my silence and sinking into what I was going to get done, what I wanted to achieve. just center with myself. It was such a beautiful way to start the day. So here's what's happened. I've stopped doing that. I get up at the butt crack of dawn, 4:30, 4:35, sometimes it's 6. Um, just kind of depending on how exhausted I am from what we're doing right now. Um, and I just get to work. I make my coffee, I drink my coffee, and I just get to work because I've got to hurry up and get all of this stuff done so I can get ready so I can go to work. And so I'm just always on a time crunch. I am living life on a time crunch. I don't get home till 8:30 or 9. I've got to go to bed like 9:30, 10 at the latest so I can get up again the next morning and do it again. So everything is just on this. I'm hurrying up to the next. I've got to get this done for that and this done for that. And it's juggling, but it's mentally exhausting. So part of me is asking, how do you guys handle that? Like, what do you do? Because I feel like this is more real life than what it was when I only did photography. I just had this beautiful kind of carefree. I had things to do, I had things to achieve, but I had a minute to get it all together. And I feel like I don't have a minute now. But I also feel like that's more normal. Like if you have a job to be at or you're doing something, how do you incorporate that? If you have to be up early or the time is restrained. I know Hal has a 6-minute miracle morning. Um, I do that. I'm trying to implement what I can. I do read all the time. I'm a big reader. But I'm not doing all the things. So if you're somebody who has done all the things, how do you fit all that in? How, if you see this, how do we fit all that in? Um, I know we can shorten it. I know. I actually really like the long drawn out one. So part of me is like, how do you do it? And then part of me is giving the advice if you don't start your morning off with some sort of beautiful routine, regardless of what it is, I'm telling you, check out the Miracle Morning. It's amazing. Um, I am a big reader, so I will bring up books from time to time. I have some books that I've read numerous times that are just ooh, my favorite. I think everybody should read them. I think Miracle Morning is one of them. I think it is a beautiful practice to be very intentional about how you start your morning, regardless of how much of Hal's way you do. I think the notion of starting your day with intention is priceless. It's absolutely mwah, chef's kiss gold. I was just lucky enough to not only have read the book, but be able to do the Zooms with Hal and be able to get to know what a really, really kind human he is. Because I will say, not only Hal, and I'm going to do kind of different little podcasts on just people that have really made a difference to me because I think connecting with humans that make a difference is huge. I think reading a book that makes a difference is also huge. Um, and I think sometimes we can read a book and it makes a difference, and then we have to go back and read it again a year or two or whatever later. I have some that are on repeat for me, and Miracle Morning is one of them. It's one of them. And I also think it's maybe why I'm a morning person too. Several reasons I'm a morning person. Little kids, foster kids, but my husband is such a night owl that if I want alone time, I have to be a morning person because it's the only time I can just have that, just alone time, silence kind of thing. Um, he has nighttime, I have mornings. And I don't think it matters what you are. I don't care. I ain't judging you if you're a night person. Do miracle night. What you can do. Like, he has an evening one. Like you can do all of your stuff at night. I find it's easier to wake up and set all these intentions and goals and what am I going to do with my day? Set my mindset. I'm going to decide to have a good day. I'm going to decide to make somebody smile. I am going to call a friend on the way to work because it might be the only time I can talk to that person. I might call my mom or my kids or I don't have a ton of time right now. So what am I going to do? Some days I don't want to talk to anybody. Anybody. It's my silent day. I'm going to listen to music on the way to work. Um, and some days Rich and I are driving back and forth together to go to work or go home. And I think mindset's huge. I think what you do with your time is huge. I think um, I'm also pretty intentional about who I talk to when I'm in the car going to work. I don't want just a bitch session going because then I'm just all disgruntled and stuff. I am very mindful, if you know my tribes of friends, we are positive. We are very goal oriented. We all have things we want to do. We are pretty creative for the most part. I have some type A friends, but we're pretty creative. My type A friends are stinking amazing because they give me insight that I wouldn't get, right? Like my brain doesn't work that way. I'm type, what's the opposite of type A? Type B? Type Z? B? I'm like a B minus if that's the case. Like I don't have an A. Maybe I'm a Y or a W. I don't know the opposite of A. Type B? I don't know. Whatever. Um, but I do have friends that are working on things that are inspiring. I get off the phone with them or a Zoom with them and I'm smiling. When I start my day being intentional, my whole day goes better. So those are the two things, right? Like this isn't a really long thing because I don't need to keep reiterating. If you have a book, here's all the things I want you to share. How are you starting your day? How are you making it work for you? Have you read The Miracle Morning? Do you want to read The Miracle Morning? Do you have another book that speaks to mindset and goal setting and stuff that you're like, Robin, you need to read this one? Please tell me that book. Please tell me that book because I'm going to tell you all my favorite books. I don't know if you guys can see, there is an entire bookshelf that goes around my whole office that is full. These are my favorite books. These are, I have the living room is full of books. These are my ones that I'm going to read. I guess you can't really see. Hang on. It's my podcast. I can do it. See? Not up there, but the whole way around, even above me. There. Now I made you dizzy, but now you've seen it. Um, these are my favorite books and I'm going to read them and read them and read them and read them, right? Like I have that handful that I read all the time because I love the advice they give. I have some on, how to start your morning, Miracle Morning. I have a favorite when it comes to creativity and staying inspired to be creative. I have some that are on mindset. I have, Atomic Habits. I have like all of these just do better things because I adore books like that and trying to be better. So if you have some that I don't know about, tell me those books. Tell me because I am telling you Miracle Morning. So you tell me what you love. Also tell me, how are you staying motivated to get up and have an intentional morning? What is it that you do to start your day? What do you do to start your day? I want to know all the things because I feel like I need some of them right now. I love Miracle Morning. I love the Savers. I want to keep those. What are you doing so I can learn from that and I can implement what I'm doing with what you're doing because it might even work better. And I'm all about better, right? So that's what I want from this one. I just want, please comment. If it's here, if it's on Instagram, bottom of the bounce, if it's on the Facebook, bottom of the bounce, I don't care where you do it. You can text me, you can call me, you can message me. I'm pretty easy to find right now. Um, Tell me all the things. And if you haven't read Miracle Morning, go do that. All right, that's all I'm going to say. I know this is a really short one, and that's okay. Go make somebody smile, reach out to a friend, read a book, tell me the book you read if it's really great. And you're going to watch me turn it off because I still haven't done the thing. Bye. I love you. I love you.